Also, some shocking claims. We just talked about them with Jonathan Schanzer. Shocking claims emerging from a lawsuit filed by 9/11 victims against the nation of Saudi Arabia. The convicted terrorist, Zacarias Moussaoui, testifying that high-ranking Saudi officials, including members of the royal family, helped bankroll al-Qaeda before 2001. Now, the New York Times took a look at this, Alan. The Washington Post took a look at this. But other than that, it hasn't made a lot of media splash. Why not?
Because I think we haven't released, for one thing, the 28 pages that have been redacted in the 9/11 report. That would certainly give us a lot more information, and there'd be a media splash about that. We should get that information.
The Saudi government said, hey, the 9/11 report came out and it cleared us.
Well, we don't know that because there are 28 pages that allegedly address the involvement or lack thereof of the Saudis in what happened on 9/11.
You're nodding in agreement.
Well, yes, that's the problem. I mean, the American people need to know these things. And when you have something that sounds so sensational, and especially with the history of removing the bin Laden family days after September 11th from the country, we're understandably suspicious. 15 of the 19 hijackers coming from Saudi Arabia. But on the other hand, Moussaoui is a lunatic. And he's a convicted criminal of an organization that declared war on Saudi Arabia, the kingdom, and this country. So how convenient is it then to accuse our allies of something? And I think it hasn't made a splash because we know he's a lunatic. The individuals that he particularly names, we know are friends of this nation. And yet we do know that there are problems inside Saudi Arabia. But the bigger issue is transparency of that September 11th report, which would clear that kingdom and do themselves a favor.
Does the Saudis, do they fund terror? Where does the money go? Is there a money trail? And by the way, this is our ally, yet it's a regime that beheads people, 15 beheadings so far this year, yet we embrace them as our ally.
And that's the problem, is that Americans see so many inconsistencies with some of the moderate members of the royal family versus the behavior of the religious dynamic in that country. These are things that all of us would be better suited to have an open conversation
I'm not sure it's a religious dynamic as much as it is the political dynamic. That's the way they conduct their affairs, their political affairs in that country.
Those 28 pages blacked out in the 9/11 report about the Saudi government, it would seem like a nice time to maybe
we deserve to know
that information.
We deserve to know, and the Saudis can be helped with this, and for them to be perhaps a little less sensitive, especially if this is going to be going on with that lawsuit.
Tammy Bruce, Alan Colmes, thank you both.
Thank you.